If there's many of you here, can you tap out how many there are of you? Four. Twice for yes, once for no.
I think it could be. I mean, I think the energy would come through very, very strongly of this person who I think, you know, as I say, passed to the higher spirit really by their own hand. And I don't know what, you know, I feel, it's a funny thing to say. Obviously this is a store and it's tiny, but I've got a feeling that people lived in this. That someone actually lived in it. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Did they? I have a feeling this was where the person, you know, they had their work to do, but they lived here as well, you know. And there was always that horrible smell of that barley, as you put it. And also, I know it's not a nice thing, and I don't really want you to smell it, but I think you might do. But I also get a very strong smell of, you know, like blood and beer. Is anybody picking that up? Can you get like that smell? Like a musty smell of like blood and beer. And ever been to, oh I know it's a terrible thing to say, but have you ever been to the boxing? And that smell, if you're right at the side of the ring, you know. And guys can't help it because of what they're doing. But it's that sort of smell, you know. It's not really very pleasant. We could do the seance in here, but I would hope there might be somewhere a little bit more pleasant. Because the energy of the man as he passed, he's not in this world, I have to tell you that. This is linking on a spirit level, which I explained to you earlier on. His energy has gone to the higher life. He's not a ghost. It's not a ghost, this is a spirit. But he comes back to here. And this talk of...
Thank you. Let's ask your husband then now. Let's bring your husband back in. Can you forgive your wife and find happiness? Okay. Can you try? Okay. Then you should try to, because it affects your own progression, my friend. Try to find peace and love with each other. Thank you, Hannah.
I got a date of 1759 in my head. It's weird that I can hear an accent. It's an old accent, but it sounds Irish to me. It sounds a kind of deep Irish twang in this, and it's an old man. It's an older man. It sounds very croaky. It sounds very. This is separate to him. This is croaky, and he's old. I'd say like he's in his sort of 70s, which is a good age for that specific time. It's definitely old Irish accent there. And somebody's talking about cows. It's weird. I'm starting to get a lot of noise, verbal, in the room. Still got these two characters either end of this lounge, which is interesting. It's almost like maybe, I don't know, I'm thinking, I'm drawn to that fire, and I feel like it's almost like she's saying up in flames, a home or something like this. She's kind of shouting to me. It's almost like she's saying, I've got nothing. I want names, though. This is the crucial thing.
Are they spirit or ghost?
Huh?
Are they spirit or ghost? Are they here as in, or are they energy that was here?
he feels more grounded. When I say grounded spirits, somebody sees it all the time, they're grounded here, they belong here. Someone in visitation, or you might see residual energy, is something that comes in and out, or it's just in the atmosphere, a leftover moment in time, if you like, that's trapped in the atmosphere, and somebody sensitive that walks into that area will pick up if it was like a fight or something like that happened here. Somebody sensitive walks through it, will capture it. I feel like he's grounded spirit.
You're pointing here, why here?
Don't know. That's where I sense him. I feel like he's coming diagonal across here. And it's a bigger energy, and she's over there. I feel she's more of a ghost. She's like in and out. She's not as strong as this male. But they're from the same time period. Because they said, what was your first impression when you walked in? And it does feel, you walk in, you think, lovely family, but there's an edge. There's an edge to the whole property. And it feels like happiness, but this dark thing's come in and separated this family like that. So it's lovely, but as you kind of get below the surface, that edge comes in. Certainly when we go outside to that shed, when I turned the corner earlier on, it's hanging all over the outside. There's certainly hanging going on here, because what I was getting was, I'll maybe going back to these women now, this crowd situation, hanging, and it's that restriction feeling around the throat. And there's also a conflict with the religious aspect here to this building. And to be honest, I do feel like, as I'm sat here, below me, I'm drawn to below me, so the cellar, when we go down there later, I feel at some point somebody's been put in the wall. I feel somebody's been put into the wall. It's just kind of hushed up.
No, other than the fact it was used as a cellar, obviously, to store drink and stuff. I did have a little sneak peek, and I know we're not going in there tonight because it's full of stuff, but in the other little chamber over there, definitely felt like it was a storage place for bodies back in the day. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's haunted, but what you find with places like that, like a morgue in a hospital or like a graveyard even, you'll find the spirit will sometimes return to see how, you know, their outer self is being treated, or to see how, or to read their own stone or something like that. But certainly bodies were kept in the other chamber. I certainly feel that. You know, going back in the day, perhaps when the ground was frozen solid and they couldn't dig, the bodies would be stored in a cellar, and I believe it was through there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.